Well, how do that, chums? It is I, Captain Stephen. Today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, I'm going to be running some derelict freighters and giving you some tips on running derelict freighters and showing you what works for me now and what doesn't work for me now. And the reason why I'm running derelict freighters, chums, is we've got Halloween fast approaching. Now, it could be that they add some more items to the scrap vendor inside of the station that you need to purchase using Tainted of the metals. So we may need to go and get tainted metals from inside of derelict freighters. So let's go inside of the station and let's go and see the scrap vendor. Because to get this started, you're going to need to buy yourself a distress beacon from the vendor. You can also get them from Helios over in the Nexus for free, usually daily. But at the moment, Helios is being a stubborn old tree face and not giving me fudge all. I'll have to go visit him in a bit and show you just how gittish he's being. So let's go on up and see the scrap vendor. Let's run on over here, and he's just behind this beam. Hello there, scrap vendor. I do like your array of carpets fashioned into a tent. Hello there, buddy. See that screen with all the jargon all bouncing up and down on it as well? That sort of error message text. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, the first one you buy will be 5,000 D units, or 5 million D units. My maths is not good. Zeros and me do not compute or calculate correctly. Right, so let's head on over here. Let's hit up on that little beacon. Let's see where it is. And, I think it's in my pocket. Let me just check. There. I actually have 2 of these signal boosters. Sorry, I had to sell a load of ancient bones and stuff and sort out my inventory. But I've got 2 of the little kiddies. So here we go. I've hit up 1, and now we're landed on the first of my derelicts. I must have already had one of those boosters from time ago. Right, well, let's head on in, and let's activate the door. There's that bouncing screen of errors above the door again. There, chums. Now, when you're inside these derelicts, you're looking for these little data pads. Any doors with pink screens above the doors are just dead-end doors. You can go in those without progressing further, but if you do want to explore all areas, just keep that in mind. Pink doors are dead-end doors, but you still need to explore them, and you can find the data pads in those pink-end dead-end doors. So be sure to check everywhere, and you will get a little mini cutscene when you sort of access one of those data pads, and it will come up with a gentleman's or female's name from the actual data pad to say that you've actually found one of the actual crew members' manifestos to input into the crew manifest and to also unlock the actual captain's log towards the end of this. Here we go. I managed to get my crew manifest. Lovely. So just get as many of those data pads as you can. They kind of come up with a little blue shield icon when you actually scan for them. A little bit like what you see on salvage tech on the actual planet's surface. So yeah, they stand out like sore thumbs. So you shouldn't have a problem in locating them. Now you can hit up the environmental controls as well to sort of make yourself warmer. Here we go. I'm going to unlock the captain's log now, chums. So let's have a little read of the captain's log. Sweet, yes, I'm going to log in as Officer Racinko. Officer Racinko, accepticated. Nice, brilliant. Now let me read you out the captain's log. Fredo, data stamp, whatever. Korvax conversions teaches all value is in relation. There are no numbers without other numbers. No life without other life. Why then must I do this? Okay, fine, do what exactly? Others rest is their right. Others are born again. I have dwelt within carcasses beyond number. Hundreds of cycles has echoed and walked the universe. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. It's time for me to give back. It's time for me to pay tithe. Tithe. I think that's a certain amount of your earnings towards a church. It's kind of like a religious term, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. All Korvax are one, they say. But this is not so. We are a family of souls. We are never alone. We have voices in our minds. They pray for us now. Nice. This ship is this freighter. It's become my new body. Yeah. They're making me. They're changing me. My echo will fill every circuit, every wall, and every light. Holy fudge, that's some very Event Horizon type shizzle going on there. I do not want to go. I do not. And then nothingness. Righto, brilliant. Lovely little snippet of lore. Quite dark. Quite in keeping with the Halloween season, chums. So yes, running these derelicts is quite good fun because you're going to be picking up some awesome lore. So I'm going to fly back to the actual station now. Now I've got a choice. Do I sell it to the scrap vendor and get some tainted metal, which I might be able to unlock some future Halloween items. Should we get Halloween items, we might not even get any. This might be a completely pointless episode, chums, and it might be a complete waste of your time. If you want to do this out there in the verse, completely your choice. You take that risk, but that's what I'm doing. I'm getting myself some tainted metals, just in case, because I've got nothing else to do. Awesome. So I've just turned this in anyway, just to show you that you can actually up your Viking rating if you give them to this chap over here. Just to show you that you can do that. I mean, I could do a reload if I wanted and get the tainted metals, but I'm not even going to bother, because if you open up all the actual storage containers and things in the freighters as you're doing this, you can get loads of tainted metal anyway. But yeah, normally I would turn them into the scrap vendor to get a shed load of tainted metal. Righto! Well, here we go, chums. I'm now going to jump to another part of the universe and use my second little doohickey, my emergency broadcast beacon, to bring in another one of these derelict freighters. Because, yes, I need to do it in another part of the universe, because if I go and call in the same freighter, well, if I do it in the same universe, I'm going to get the same freighter, obviously. And yes, I'm going to get the same lore. And I'm doing this because I want different lore. I want to read out to you guys in the viewerverse new story. So here we go, let's fly on in. Awesome. So I don't need to buy one this time because I've still got one spare. Heck yes, I do. Lovely, cool. I've got quite a fair bit of free space. I don't really need to go sell a load of stuff. We're going to fire that up. We're going to fly on out and call in my second freighter, because this is a new area of space, obviously. And there we go, let's fly on out then, and let's call in another derelict. Here we go. It's funny, when I hear the word derelict, I often think of Zoolander. Freaking awesome movie. If you haven't watched Zoolander, it's freaking hilarious. It's all about fashion and the world of fashion, and sort of a very tongue-in-cheek sort of take on the world of fashion. Brilliant. I loved it. Freaking excellent. Yeah, derelict. A new sort of look. And you got people walking around in bin bags and stuff and looking very derelict and shabby. Anyhow, I digress. We're now getting the captain's log for this freighter. Nice one. Awesome. Hold on. Racinko, you say? That name rings a bell. Oh, fudge. I bet you it's going to give me the same freaking lore all over again. Even though I'm in a different area of space. And even though that was a completely different... Oh, for fudge's sake. It's exactly the same poxy lore. Damn you, freighter of evil. Yes. And it was a completely different layout inside this freighter as well, chums. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But I've been given exactly the same lore as previous. So, yeah, I've definitely paid my tithe. Twice. Freaking heck. Damn it. Blast it. Fudge it. Righto, well, let's get out of this freighter, and, yeah, well, I tell you what, we'll fly back on up to the actual station. I mean, not all is not lost. I can still get some tainted metal for the actual data logs that I've got, but it's not great, is it, chums? That's really not fun, is it? I have no idea why I didn't get new lore. That's a bit frickin' fudged. Anyhow, well, let's head on over. We'll jump to another system, we'll buy another one, and we'll try it again. If for a third time we get the same frickin' lore, then something is blinking broken. Yes. So yeah, let's give it a test and see how we get on. Let's get on back over to the station, and this time, rather than go to the guild envoy, I'm going to sell these to the scrap metal merchant, and hopefully we're going to be getting ourselves some tainted of the metal. Awesome. Tainted metal. Sounds like it should be a metal band, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool. It probably is a metal band called Tainted Metal, let's face it. Here we go then. Yes, I want your tainted metals. Give me your tainted metals. Lovely. I'm going to give him both of these. And now I'm going to get myself... actually, let's have a look here first. So you can see here, I've unlocked all of these previous Halloweeny items using the tainted metals. There's still things I could get with tainted metal if I wanted, but, I'm not really fully fudged, to be fair. And what I would say, chums, is in creative mode, you can just go and unlock all this stuff for free. So you don't even have to do the tainted metal. You can go in creative mode, unlock all that stuff for free, rather than run all these frickin' freighters, and then just jump into normal mode, and it would say that you already own them all, which is pretty mental. So yeah, there you go, printing metal, tinted metal. Ah, metally. So here we go, I'm in a new system, and now I'm going to go up to the scrap merchant. Can't freaking talk, and this time I'm going to get myself the, one of those little doohickeys. So this is the second one I've bought. You can see that it's gone up to 10,000 freaking units. So if it gives me the same lore again, that's a freaking waste of units, but this is creative mode, so you can see there my units haven't gone anywhere. Lovely, let's hit on up that, and let's fly on out, and let's call in another freighter. Now, I'm going to fly out, I'm going to pulse for a while so you can see there's definitely another freighter in another system, and then I'll reconvene when we get to the captain's log, and hopefully it's going to be new lore this time, chums. So come on, freighter, where are you? Freightery. Boom. Oh, it's a lovely yellow number. I think they all look fairly similar, to be fair. Sometimes they've got like a little crashed ship just sticking up through the top of them. Yeah, has this one got a crashed ship? It's hard to tell. Anyhow, here we go. We're now at the captain's log. Brilliant. If this comes up with a Cinco, I'm going to be just, chucking my joypad across the room. So if you hear a smash... No! It says Officer Dig! Brilliant! Awesome. This is showing signs of promise, chums. Lovely. Nice one. Captain Obbin. Yes, this is definitely a different one. So story time with Steve. Damaged sentinels must be harvested. They must be brought to the garden, so we sweep. The garden? They've been playing too much freaking Destiny over at Hello Games, I think. They're starting to nick words, aren't they? And things. The drones can be close to the atlas on this world. Their bodies remember flying, walking, and functioning. They sit on the anomalous soil. They dream. They dream. The dreamers, and they're talking about Waking Titan. This has got my little brain swimming in circles. The garden world is full. Its seeds now sprouting. The machine wakes. It is time for us to move on. What the fudge is a garden world when it's at home? They've been watching Gardener's World on BBC and Monty Don. The Aeron's child follows us. Even now, a swarm of memories floating from system to system. It remembers who cared for it. It remembers Korvax always. Aerons just means sentinels, people. So we garden, so we find the fallen. A lot of sentinel-y type lore going on there, chums. Stuff that you just don't get anywhere else, just aboard a freighter. But it does seem to be pretty randomized. Nice! Well, awesome. There we go. I've now just gone and turned in all of my tainted... Well, I've turned in the maps, basically. I gave all the charts and things. I got my tainted metal, not that you overly need it. I've told you that you can just fire up creative mode and go and claim everything for free, and then go back into your normal mode and get everything for free. So yeah, kind of destroyed that somehow, Hello Games. You might want to patch that out before the Halloween update, or else nobody's going to be running freighters, are they? Don't know. Right, here we go. Let's fly on into the old Nexus, and I'll show you what a good old tree face is saying. So I just jumped another system there, chum. So I'm now in a Gex system of space. So I've been to a Viking, Korvax, and Gex systems to see if I get different lore, and see if that helps as well. No, you're not giving me one of those frickin' doohickeys, are you? No, you're not. Right, let's try again. Now that I've given him the data that he wants, he just wants me to ask him a story, doesn't he, about their past. Well, I'm not even going to ask you, because you just fob me off when I ask you about that normally. Alright, fine, lovely. Well, let's just fly on out then. We go back to the station, and I'm going to go and buy one of those beacons this time, chums. We're going to get a new beacon, we're going to fire up the beacon, and we're going to fly on out, and we're going to go to another derelict, and here we are, out that derelict, and now I'm going to choose incapacitated. Yes, upon this Gek freighter. But yeah, here we are. Let's see what lore we get this Officer Dig. You're having a freaking laugh. That's exactly the same officer as last time. Is it going to be the same lore as last time? Yeah, Captain Obin again. Oh, fudge. This looks like... It's a repeat of the freaking Sentinel-y type stuff about the freaking garden yet again. Arse and biscuits, chums. Well, this just isn't cricket. Heck no, it's not. So it looks like every other freaking freighter I go on is the same. It's like I'm running double duplicates or something. It's like a freaking Korvax Echo. Have they done this by design? Is the game actually falling apart by design? Kazert 16, 16, 16. Are they putting these bugs in on purpose? There's no other freaking call for it. I mean, how is this a thing? How is this a thing? You know, unless it's part of the law. They must be doing this on purpose, chums. I mean, come on. I mean, hello games. If this isn't by design, please fix this. Yeah, because that sucks, especially if they are looking to do something around getting more tainted metal for Halloween. I mean, mind-blowing stuff that this could be buggered and completely shot to shite right before Halloween, when people might be wanting to get more tainted metals and get all the Halloween-y type stuff unlocked. But there we are. There we are, it is what it is, chums. Let's just hope that it's just my iteration. It could just be my iteration. Let me know if this is happening to you. Are you getting repeated lore from running the Derelict freighters? Well, here we go. I mean, I can still get Tainted Metal, but like I say, right now, because they've made it so you can actually claim Quicksilver across saves, they've also implemented that on Tainted Metal across saves. Now, Tainted Metal, you can just jump into any creative save, just fire up a brand new creative, come up to the station and claim every single thing that scrap vendor has, go into your normal, and you can unlock it all. Yeah, there you go, people. Little tip for you. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.